What's up, y'all? My name is Jay DeShong, and I am the Director of Esports at Grand Canyon University. We are here in Arlington, Texas at CECC May Madness, competing with our Rocket League team and our Valorant team. And not only that, but we also have a ton of students gaining career experience while they're here at CECC May Madness at Esports Stadium in Arlington. We have students gaining experience in tournament operations, media operations. We have folks running interviews with the players. We got all kinds of students, not only competing, but again, gaining real career experience while they're here. And if you don't know what CECC May Madness is, take everything you think you know about esports and forget about it, and then take March Madness and replace basketball with video games. That's what this is. We have 4 different sports that are being played, actually 5 now: Valorant, Smash, Overwatch, Rocket League, and Street Fighter 6. That's what it was. Street Fighter 6 is the 5th one. So 5 different titles that are being played, and 96 colleges that are here, over 500 high school competitors that play from Friday to Sunday to name a champion at the very end. So if you've been keeping up with us, we got here because we won our regional. So just like in traditional sports where the basketball teams wins the Western Athletic Conference or the Southeastern Conference, the WAC and the SEC, we won the WCL to get here. So we made it from our regional and we got all the way to this national competition, and now we're here competing and having a bunch of students gaining career experience. Not only all the students that I mentioned, but we also are singing the national anthem every single day that we're here. So really excited to have you guys here, really excited to show you guys what this event is all about. I'm really excited for everybody to see just how cool and normal esports is and can be.
What's up, guys? I'm David. We got Diego and Josh here. We just finished up our games for CCC. Sadly, we did go 0-2, which does hurt a lot, but it was a fun time regardless. I really am proud of the guys. Just the fact that we even made it here and the fact that we're playing. It was such a great time. This is my first time ever being at like a real LAN, and it was such a cool experience just seeing the whole venue and seeing everything around, seeing all the players, sponsors, just seeing everything. It was super cool. But yeah, the performance in our games was a bit disheartening, especially for myself. I have really high standards for myself and I did not perform my greatest, so I'm kind of bummed on that and I'm quite sad in that. But you know, even through us not playing the greatest, we still gave it our all. We tried to keep the energy up as much as possible. A little recap: so first game we lost 1-2. The second game we lost 0-2. First game was definitely our most competitive series. First map, not really. We got 113, which was a little rough. And then second game, we brought it back. Then we won 14-12. And then last game ended 10-13, which was quite sad. But yeah, second game we don't even talk about.
0-2, it kind of hurts, feels bad. But honestly, I'm pretty proud of the team. We played, the first series we played pretty well. Like everybody was doing their job. It came down to a lot of little issues that we should have had ironed out, but you know, it happens in the moment. You can't be too mad about it. But then the second series, it got out of our hands. It got away from us a little too fast. We were trying to like bring it in and calm, but the other team, you can't say anything. They just played better than us. Sometimes it happens. The other team just shoots better. You can't do much. I just want to do a shout out to all my teammates. It was honestly a really fun trip. I'm really glad I got to play with everybody. Even though we were losing rounds, I'm glad that I can look to my right and left and have teammates that I'm just like glad to spend the time with and be here with.
Dude, okay, wait. Josh had one crazy. Okay, I don't want to glaze. No glaze, but like.
Starts to glaze.
Oh my god.
That would have been the most insane clutch of all time. That was actually such a beautiful.
The best great transfer ever.
That was like so beautiful. Holy moly!
Oh my gosh.
He got the 1, 2, 3 all in one clip, and then the last guy. Oh,
just cut the clip. You don't ask my head. Don't ask my head.
Don't ask why I didn't done for. That was really good. Diego's last like 1v2, 1 HP clutch on Haven to bring us into OT after almost getting reverse swept. That was actually the most clutch thing ever. Like, I don't know how he did that.
Dude, I had to pee the entire time.
Yeah.
Like if I have I'm 1 HP, I'm probably gonna lose this. I'm just gonna book it to the bathroom. And then I won it, and now it's like, yo, we gotta call a timeout. Like, I gotta go. And then I think they forced us to still play.
We call the timeout. A minute goes by, he's not back. I type to them, they're like, bathroom pause. They're like, no. So then they continue the game. We're 4v5 on attack. We're just like sitting in spawn waiting. Josh is just holding his body because he went AFK in kind of a weird spot.
My
And
fault.
then-
And then Diego comes back,
I get
get 2, and we win the round. So
I
you
get
know
2,
what?
get my ult.
Yeah.
We
But,
lost that series.
Yeah.
It's
that
all
was-
good. I don't know. I'd say this was our first like LAN like as like a team. The current team that we have. I was here in the previous semester for Sacramento. That was with the whole team. I'm definitely proud of where we got to. Obviously, qualifying for this wasn't the easiest, or I guess it wasn't this league. I guess it was.
We stopped ASU. That's all that matters.
I guess it might have been a little easier. But I'm definitely proud of the team for how far we've gotten. Because I mean, looking at the way we play now compared to like how we started, there's definitely some decent change in there. And I just want to shout out everyone for that. Proud of everyone to where we got to. I had my moments. I had my off moments too. But it is what it is.
I've been to 2 LANs, and I've always been on the back burner. And I've seen like the team get their jerseys, take pictures. It's really cool. It's interesting to like be on the other end, and even like behind us. Shout out to Connor, the coach, Rylan, and Ryder, literally bringing me a headset mid game.
They were W support.
Yeah,
Great
passing me
support.
water. But I remember being on that end, and it's just like my feet hurt really bad, and I could hear them like kind of. It's just like they're underappreciated. Send love to the back.
Shout out Connor.
Yes.
Rylan.
Right. Yes. They don't care.
Yeah.
Compared to last year, like how you said, I do prefer last year just because of the performance that we had and we did make it out of groups. Both teams I enjoy playing with. So the team that we had last year, I really enjoy playing with. This team that I have this year, I really enjoy playing with as well. Both have like, their things that I liked. So it's just like, I can't really choose one.
I just want to say I'm super proud of the team for how we played those last few like rounds, because we were getting stomped that last game. It was like a 1-11 half, but even though we knew that it was going to be a really tough fight, everybody stayed in it. We started winning the last few rounds because we were calming and playing off each other. So
we didn't give up.
Yeah, I'm proud that the team didn't give up, and we really did try our hardest. Things just didn't go in our way.
Yeah. Even though that the score was cooked, we were still there. We were still showing up. No one was tilted. No one gave up. And that's what I like seeing. Like, as long as everyone is still in the game, even if it was 0-12, it never went 0-12. But even if it was 0-12, we have no rounds on the board or anything. I'm sure we still would have kept pushing through, not tilted, nothing, no crashing out or anything. So I think that's what's most important. That's how we keep our composure, and that's what I like about this team. Obviously, a lot of work to do, but hey, we did really good.
So we just got done with our match. It wasn't the result I was expecting, but I'm proud of the team nonetheless for not giving up and giving it their all. They put a lot of hard work over the semester, a lot of VOD reviews, a lot of practices, a lot of scrimmages, and me trying my interesting strategies, to say the least. But really proud of them for, trusting in me and believing in the process. But we'll be back next year to dominate.
Is that a gray hair, bro?
Let's go, GCU!
Here we are at CECC. Pretty fun experience overall, I'd like to say. Traveling here was pretty fun. We got flights covered by, GCU Esports. Going into this, we prepared by having a boot camp before this. So we had about a 5-6 hour boot camp where we went over VODs, we practiced all day, we played against our second team, and we also went on some scripts. So I think we're pretty well prepared for today. Going into this event, first match we went against Northwood, which is a team full of pros. Creams, Hawkins, and all of them really good at what they do. And so going into this, we knew that we had to rise up to the level. And playing against them, I'd say it was a pretty good experience. Although the results might not show it in the 4-0 game series win they got against us, the games are pretty close. We're down a few goals in some games, and we came back and made a 1-goal difference. And each game was like that, except for maybe the last one, I believe. Everything was close. We tried to keep it together, and I'd say we rallied up together as a team and really did well and performed out there.
We always like to run scrims against each other to help them get prepared, and we did that a couple days before heading to Texas, just to make sure they're on top of their game, and they were doing really well. They were kind of destroying us in those scrims.
We appreciate them at GC White, and Nightmare as well for, helping us get ready for this tournament, because they really helped us a lot. They had to adapt to a whole bunch of different playstyles that maybe they're not used to, but they had to just so that we had, reps against them. So, I really appreciate them. And also, both of us being captains, we had to, control, not necessarily control our team, because I think our team is pretty well constructed. They know what to do. We're just kind of like the head spokesman, I guess you could say. And even then, everyone on our team can, talk to whoever needs to be talked to. No one's afraid to, stand up and just take that role on. We're just kind of, who they wanted to choose at that moment. So, it's not really that, we're the main guys, I would say. I don't know if you think otherwise, but I think, we're not the main guys. They just want to choose us because they're like, you know what? Maybe I don't want the responsibility, but I'll give it to them. Why not? Our second match, we went against Villanova. I would say it was pretty on our side. It was on our side. We forwarded them, got some close games, some that were complete blowouts, but they're a good team as well. Going to our last match against Shawnee State. That game was on stage. Pretty cool experience, considering I've never been on stage before at LAN. Pretty well produced. Streams all over the place. Our headsets were pretty different from what I'm used to. Usually, log into Discord, talk with the team, but this one was all interconnected. And so controlling was pretty difficult, but we figured it out in the end. Going into this match, we had prepared, we were invited to do a show match against him on Mr. Pepic's Twitch channel, where he casted and showed what a game could potentially look like. And so going into this match, considering it's on stage, we're considering, okay, how are nerves going to affect this? Are they going to affect us at all? And how are we going to rally as a team? And all that we all just kind of control, talk within amongst one another, and decide, you know what, let's just go out there and show what we can do. So starting off hot, game 1 and game 2, completely just showing them our pace of the game. And I think we surprised them pretty well. I think they underrated us and didn't know what to do against us. And so going for the rest of the series, we just went back and forth. And third game, they came out, started bumping us a lot. And I think that's what really decided the game for them. Slayer really came out with a lot of good bumps, and we just we didn't know how to handle it. And I think that's pretty much decided the game. But each game, we still fought with our full potential. We tried changing up things. Okay, what does this work? What doesn't work? And also just trying different things. So all right, let's do this kickoff. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully it's in our favor. And hopefully it goes for the best of us. Unfortunately, we lost in game 7, but overall, I like to say this is a pretty good experience for us. Next year, hopefully we'll do better and come back from this. But on that, pretty cool experience for us to be here, mostly because, my teammates, Bean Boy and Floppy, being their last time playing with us, I want to make sure that, I brought them here and also ensure that we all together enjoy it as a team.
It's just been an awesome experience to get to be at this venue, this awesome, this huge stage, and to get to go up on the stage with them and just to give them handshakes and wish them luck going into the match. I got a really cool picture of them up on stage, and it's just been an awesome time to get to see the team show off what they've been training for all year.
Feel good. I'm disappointed with the result, but graduating this semester means that, of course, I won't be here next year, but I'm excited to see what the new roster is going to look like. I think there's a lot of people that are unknown right now. Well, not unknown, but they're at GCU and they have a lot of potential to be on the main roster as well. So that's always interesting just to see what's going to come up next.
Yeah, I really like being on GCU White. It's been a great blessing. I love every moment of it. Every day I've been just trying to keep present because I feel like everything here has been a blessing. And I think this is just all been God. I'm super thankful for the people that are surrounding me. Being on the team is great. I love competing. That's why I played Rocket League in the first place. But what I didn't expect is to be on such a great team, surrounded by so many great people. I love being on this team. I love the people, and they keep me motivated. They keep me playing. And I'm just so very thankful to be surrounded with the people that go to the school who love the same sport as I do.
Well, I'm a Blue. Been here in sophomore, started club, then went to club lead. And then after that, I was offered to be a sub for GCU White, which was pretty cool. Got to experience a little bit of competitions and all that. And then unfortunately, my man Stun, had some unfortunate stuff happen to where it led me to being the starter for GCU White. From there, I just love the welcoming that this team had from either purple or white. Being the oldest here, yes, I'm the oldest. I have 3 kids. and all that. They kind of just love to hear about my ranch at home and about the cows and the chickens and all that stuff, and they'll hear about my brand new baby coming in the world. It's a little different, but they're so welcoming. I couldn't be more happy to be on this team.
We love you, Blue.
This cow is fluffy.
All of us were really excited to be here. And so come day of, traveling and all that was really fun. Not waking up super early was not fun, but you do what you have to do to make it to fun events like this. So I think it was worth the sacrifice. But yeah, I think once we stepped foot in Texas, it kind of like set in like, it's probably gonna be my last event, So gotta have fun with it. Having like everyone around was really cool too. So gonna miss everyone for sure, but I knew that didn't let the emotions set in later. You gotta compete first. So we went into it. It was fun. I mean, we got some practice, got some games in. Shout out the national anthem. I scored when that happened. So on top of a Canadian player. So I think it was just like, something there. Yeah, that was a fun matchup. And then we got word that we're going on stage against Shawnee. That's a really cool experience. Just super grateful that even happened, because not every team at the event, even though it's a LAN, will go on the main stage. So, but we got word of that, and Shawnee was our second matchup, so we had to postpone it till one of the stage matches finished. So we played Villanova, and then went up on stage, and that's like whole different. It's just a whole level when you're up there. Everyone's got their eyes on you, so you got to perform pretty well. And I think we started hot, kind of like what Nando said. Didn't get the job done, but I mean, it's one of those things where I think if you look at every other team in the event, there's 20 teams. I think we're the first team out of top 12, unfortunately. It's a little sad that we couldn't play day 2, but I'm still really proud of the team and what we did today. I'm just happy to be a part of this team in general. Like everyone's friends. There's been no issues with each other, and it's just fun yelling out and doing fun events with everyone. So I'm going to miss this next year for sure, but I know that everyone here is going to have a fun time in the future. So I'm super blessed to be around everyone. So I'm excited for everyone's future at GCU, and although mine's gone, I know some of the boys and girl will have a great time in the future. So awesome. Thank you guys for having me.
I think looking at the results of CECC May Madness 2025, there's a couple of clear things we can see. That GCU Esports is a rising program. It's one that we've put a lot of effort into building, but can still reach higher heights. While our Rocket League team and our Valorant team managed to beat out more than 180 different schools to make it into the top 20, we didn't make it to day 2. We're not at the level yet. We're going to be hoisting a trophy and winning a national championship. Starting off the 2024-2025 season, we began with Rocket League having an entirely different roster starting than we have in years past. And so getting ourselves not only to the point where we synergize and we create a good team dynamic, but also to a point where we're competitive, took months of preparation. We not only led from that into the CECC Western Regional Qualifier, where we qualified to travel to Sacramento, but it inevitably led us to Western Cactus League, where I'm proud of my team around me. We dominated. We ended up winning our spot to come here to CECC May Madness, where we qualified above more than 180 different programs. Putting us in the top 20, ranked at number 14, we were very competitive against teams full of pro players all across the country, as well as other teams that won their bids from different regions and different conferences around the country.
So, that's it. We definitely didn't get as far as we had hoped. Both Rocket League and Valorant got knocked out in the group stage. And upon some self-reflection last night, talking to Matt, talking to the coaches, even kind of listening to some of the mumbles from the players and the teams, right? I think the mumble was too big for us. I think all the student stuff, I've got this big analogy with my hands, but I think we tried to fill a very big stage with our actions. And I think the reason why we tried to fill this big stage with our actions is because I failed to place enough pressure on our players throughout the year for in-person competition. We practice in person, we play in person, but a lot of times we don't have the fans watching the players, so they don't feel the pressure of not only our fans watching them, but opposing fans watching them. People effectively preying on the downfall. And I think that's something that I can improve upon for our program and create more opportunities for our students to be in pressure-filled situations. I think that Matt is obviously going to be joining us next year as the head coach for our rosters, and something that he's super excited about and I'm super excited about as a result is continuing to build better relationships with our local high schools, because there's a ton of talent in Arizona. It's just about us finding that talent and not only grabbing them and make sure that they come to GCU, but preparing them for pressure year over year so that we don't come to May Madness and kind of keep seeing this result. Because I would say that a lot of the schools that you see consistency out of, the Fishers, the Northwoods, the Boise's, they're applying pressure to their kids way more often than I am and we are at GCU. And I know that Matt is going to be able to create an environment where we're providing that pressure to the students in a positive way, where they can learn, they can grow, so that when we get to moments like this, the stage isn't too big. So it's disappointing, but I'm still proud of the students, man. They fight all years in one of the 20 colleges of 360 D1 universities. They're one of 20 that come out to an event like this and make it to really even say I went to nationals, right? And that's something to be proud of. But I think what Matt and I, everybody at GCU is super excited to see is the next step, right? And I think we can accomplish that with recruiting, with more pressure during the season, and with a more effective practice schedule that's going to include some time in the gym, 6 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'm really excited. Again, we're disappointed with the results this year, but we're never going to be satisfied unless we win the championship. So we still won the WCL. That's something to be super proud of. The kids grew a lot this year. You can see it in the way that they portray themselves on camera even. You can see it from the beginning of the year to now. Just how much our athletes have grown, how much they've matured as young people. I would say young men. Melissa's on our team too. As young men, how much they've progressed. So again, I'm disappointed with the results this year, but I'm super proud of the student. And I'm excited for the future. Because again, this isn't a failure. It's only a failure if we quit. Otherwise, we're just learning, right? We took a lot of lessons from this event. One of them being, we got to apply more pressure. Pressure makes diamonds, right? So we're not going to be able to make diamonds. We're not going to be able to have consistent championships unless we put more pressures on ourselves as the administration and leadership staff, and as a result, more pressures on all the students that are involved, athletes and other, as it relates to GCU Esports in the competitive realm. So again, super excited for the future here. Super excited for Matt to come in and make some of the changes that he knows are necessary, and super excited for what is looking to be a very bright future for GCU Esports competition. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. This has been GCU Esports' documentary series, Passes to Perfection. And if you liked it, you don't have to thank me. You can thank the wonderful student behind the camera, Megan Eddy, who, come on, Megan, you can finally show the people who you are. And you can thank the wonderful editor behind the screen, Jacob. This is the guy who does all the lightning strikes. We're going to do lightning or fire or whatever he wants this time. And Megan's the girl that's always waving. So if you like what you see, you can thank them. You don't have to thank me. And hopefully you enjoyed the series this year. And we hope to see you guys again next year. This has been GCU Esports, Pass to Perfection. Thank you.